No, let's go to AfriForum.
AfriForum.
What are their intentions? What are they planning to do? What are they trying to do? What are they trying to achieve? And will they succeed?
Bro, my problem is right now with AfriForum, Trump called them to go to the USA. Guys, come through to us and stay here. And then now they said no, they don't want to go. So now they go to report to Donald Trump and saying, hey, this guy is doing this and this and this. Guys, he said, oh, hold up. Instead of you guys complaining, just come and stay here. All your problems are solved.
But do you think they're ever gonna leave?
No, my problem is, bro, they're not gonna leave.
They're not gonna leave. But what's also confusing for me is when the AfriForum people, when those guys made the statement, they're not leaving.
Sure.
I saw a whole bunch of maybe is it Afrikaner people saying they don't agree with AfriForum. Yeah. AfriForum is speaking for themselves. Now I'm wondering who's voting for AfriForum. Okay.
No one is actually voting for AfriForum. No one is actually voting for AfriForum. What's actually happening is you take donations.
Okay.
So all the money that is coming through is donation and it doesn't get taxed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so all the businesses that you say you stand for don't get taxed. So AfriForum now is to say that
scam.
They represent all the oppressed Afrikaners, Boers, farmers. Okay, fine. And then they go to America and then they say, okay, white farmers are being killed, which is not true.
Bro,
yeah, which is not
true. I haven't even heard of any farm killings in a while, and most of the time, bro, when we talk,
let's say out of 100 deaths in South Africa, one death is okay. Not necessarily
bro.
One. Okay, no. Let me try to get the stats right. Not necessarily one, maybe 2 or 3. It's white people. Out of 100 people who die every day.
And
2 or 3, it's white people. And then now you run to America and say, white people are becoming endangered species where everyone is hunting for their head. And you're not doing that necessarily because you are saving the interest of the white people. You are only trying to get more money from America so that you can start pushing, you can continue actually pushing the propaganda.
I honestly don't believe the narrative of maybe white farmers being the ones who are dying. Like look at
our narrative.
Like right now,
false. It's false.
Right now, when you look at even the state of the farm workers where they stay, the food, the hygiene of where these farm workers, Bro, it's one of the most degrading, even lowest of lowest. When you talk about maybe deaths in farms, it's mostly those farm workers, not the farm owners who are dying.
That's the thing. But then, who gets to be recorded as having died? It's like you remember there was a lady. I don't think it was one. I don't even think it was 2. I think it was 3, if not 4 or 5 in PLK. Who were killed by a white farmer, and then he fed them into his pigs. He fed them into his pigs. But then AfriForum didn't say anything about that because it doesn't suit them. Who were killed, and then he fed them into his pigs. He fed them into his pigs. But then AfriForum didn't say anything about that because it doesn't suit the narrative. So, which is what exactly they're doing. South Africa. That's not uniting South Africa, bro. If you go out into the country and then you start spreading lies and say one race is being killed by the other one, whereas there's no such thing that is happening anywhere else. Crime is crime at the end of the day, bro. You can't say
exactly. When we talk about crime, bro, when we want to talk about crime, it's of course because the majority of the people in South Africa is black. Most by crime. It is directly towards the intentions is towards crime. So now I'm just seeing this, bro. They're saying in 2024 last year, only 12 in the farms people died. Only 12 people.
White farmers.
They didn't even say white farmers even. It just says farming accounted for 12 out of 33 work-related deaths.
Okay, cool. You know, the one thing that I don't understand about AfriForum is them thinking the same people who need work from the white farmers will end up killing the white farmers who own the farms that they need work on. It's imagine you killing your own boss. I mean, bro, imagine you needing work from your boss.
The fertility rate per 100,000 worker decreased from 2.7 in 2015 to 1.2 in 2024.
Sure.
2/3 of fatalities occur to people aged 55 and over. 55% of fatalities were self-employed. The vehicle-related incidents falling from height and incidents involving heavy objects occurred to 65. So
there's no
nothing like that. It's just people being injured and then just doing excessive jobs, high-risk jobs, and then dying.
Alright.
So there's no white person died
What
here
is it that you think
that was
that
killed?
AfriForum is trying to achieve by spreading misinformation? I mean, getting a platform in America where now they get to lie every now and then and say white farmers are being killed, white farmers are being dispossessed of their land, which is not what is happening here in SA. And as much as maybe we have the Land Expropriation Act, and which is being misinterpreted, and we spoke about it before. I said this Land Expropriation Act.
Yeah. So what I'm seeing with the Jews, right, with these guys, with Afrikaners, right, I'm thinking they're trying to push this Orania propaganda.
Yeah, that's the same thing. And there's this whole one there.
Okay.
You're right on that one. Because I think Ernest Roots, he was part of Solidarity. You know what he said? He says he's pushing for a point where South Africa can have certain cultures that are self-governing. And if you're going to push for self-governing, it means you're pushing for more Oranias in SA, where you can have the white farmers and the white Afrikaners doing their own thing, saving their own leader, the Zulu people having their own leader, the Pedi people having their own, like you're trying to divide South Africa instead of uniting it, which is what is happening.
When it comes to division, when the white person came, they came to divide us, as the black people. But right now, what these people, what their agenda is, my dog, is, I think they have the same agenda as the Jews. Hope I'm not anti-Semitic.
It's not even the agenda that the Jews had. It's the apartheid agenda.
Same agenda.
Where you segregate and then you rule your own people and then you oppress the others.
No, my point is, my guy, these guys, because the Jews before 1960, there was not a place, a land called Israel. Right now, there is no country called Orion. So now they are claiming the same genocide that was happening to the Jews is happening to the white farmers. And now they need a piece of land where they could be safe. And then they want same as there's Lesotho there, there's inside of it, they want Aranya to be now a country for the Boers because they don't have a place where they belong.
And you know what I saw? And you know the latest that I saw this week? Somebody said where those guys are going to plant their Orania, they have somehow secretly discovered some minerals there. And they're not just pushing Orania to be there, but there's something that they're trying to mine there, which isn't being mined already.
Maybe,
but now they're pushing as if Orania is like a farming town, which is not gonna end up being a farming town. They're gonna start opening mines there after some time.
Exactly, like even right now, bro, like when I heard the story of Elon Musk's dad, I'm talking about emeralds.
Sure, yeah.
So what if there are actually minerals that are being moved in Orania through do you call it the Boer market or what market that could be making Orion so wealthy and prosperous and whatever.
No, the Orion is not actually wealthy and prosperous and everything. It's just being made. It's the same thing that used to happen to the rand. You remember every time where white people were not happy with what Jacob Zuma was doing, and they will make the rand somehow dwindle to suit whatever objection that was happening around that time.
No. My point is that when I'm talking about already, in the sense of they're managing it in a way where it looks like it's a proper place to live in. You understand? So
obviously that's what you have to do, bro. It's like when you are a few, you have to make whatever that you do attractive. It's like now, if there was a party that has to have 1,000...
Attractive, but to who?
I'm just everyone.
Because they don't want everyone there.
Yeah, it's always like that.
They don't want everyone.
It's always like that. It's like the VIP section at a gig.
Yeah, okay.
You see how everybody wants to afford the VIP section, knowing very well that you can't afford it. And you know how interesting the VIP section is because there are celebrities there. They'll give you food. You're able to get in with your cognac and everything else. It looks interesting, but not everyone can afford that. So even Orania is like that. They want to make it seem interesting where they want to say, make you feel like you are missing out when you're outside. But it's not necessarily that. What they're trying to do is try to increase the value of Orania to everyone outside to say Orania is actually self-sustaining. That is what they're trying to do, which is not what is actually happening, which is the same thing that AfriForum is trying to do now, where they are now painting South Africa as a place where white people are under a genocide, which is not happening. If you see the number of people who are dying every day, black men and women are dying more than white men and women. And the ratio is not even 50-50. It's not even 60-40. It's not even 60-30. It's not even It's not even 80-20. Probably 95-5. But then somebody
on top of that, probably, bro, the ones that the white people that die, they probably die in like fancy hospitals in Switzerland, in Europe.
Like even if you check, West, if you check their age, 95,
Exactly.
85, 87. Then you see who's benefiting from this country. And then you check the black man. When we say a black man has died, 40 years, 45, 60 you are luck, bro. 60 you are luck.
25.
Yeah, 60 you are luck. So it's the same thing.
So there's a lot of white people who are not working and they're getting social grants.
White people don't actually even need social grant. How do you need social grant when you have a farm that's making you millions every year? That you didn't even buy. Which is what is happening now. They didn't even buy those farms. But now they're benefiting from them. And now when we're saying we have to now come and construct a road in between your farm, they're crying and say they're being dispossessed. How are we dispossessing you when we say we just want to come and divide your farm and turn it into a road? You're still going to own this side and the other side. But then when you're going to America and saying you are being dispossessed, I mean, the land expropriation bill.
And on top of that, bro, like, it's not like, so isn't it when they dispossess you, they give you something, right?
They're going to give you money first of all. They're going to give you money first of all.
Exactly, bro. So you're being dispossessed, you get money to buy even other land.